A princess rises, how Leonor of Spain just changed royal history forever. Welcome to BNews. In a moment that has ignited both national pride and global fascination, Spain's young royal, Princess Leonor, has stepped into her destiny and etched her name in the annals of history. With regal grace and quiet power, the heir to the Spanish throne has made a bold and irreversible move, signaling not just her commitment to her country, but the dawn of a new era for modern royalty. The Royal House of Spain has officially confirmed it. Princess Leonor has taken the monumental step the world has been waiting for. And in doing so, she hasn't just made headlines, she has inspired a new vision of leadership, unity, and royal purpose. This is more than a ceremony, it's a seismic moment in the evolution of the monarchy. And it's just the beginning. This historic announcement was far from routine. Crafted with precise language, royal tradition, and constitutional gravity, the declaration marked a pivotal chapter not just in Leonor's life, but in Spain's national story. The confirmation came directly from the royal house, speaking volumes about its significance. At just 18 years old, Princess Leonor pledged allegiance to the Spanish Constitution in a powerful public ceremony that echoed the legacy of her father, King Felipe VI, and underscored the weight of her future responsibilities. It wasn't merely a royal obligation, it was a heartfelt promise to the people she will one day serve as queen. The venue for this epoch-making event was no less than the Cortes Generales, the very seat of Spain's legislative power. As Leonor stood before the nation's most powerful figures, government leaders, lawmakers, and military dignitaries, she didn't just recite an oath. She commanded the moment. Her voice was steady, her presence commanding. Draped in a minimalist yet stately royal blue ensemble, Leonor reflected the essence of modern monarchy, humble, prepared, and devoted. Her solemn pledge to uphold the democratic values of the Spanish Constitution was not only a formality, it was a spiritual passing of the torch to the next generation. Across Spain, the atmosphere was electric. Streets erupted with pride. Schools paused lessons to watch live broadcasts. Even critics of the monarchy admitted that something extraordinary had just taken place. In bars, cafes, and public plazas, Spaniards of all ages and political leanings tuned in to witness the moment. What they saw was not just a royal taking an oath, it was a daughter of Spain embracing a lifetime of service. It was deeply emotional, undeniably historic, and absolutely unforgettable. Outside of Spain, the international reaction was swift and resounding. Media outlets from London to Brussels, and from Stockholm to New York, hailed the moment as a defining shift in the European royal landscape. Princess Leonor has now officially joined the ranks of modern heirs like Princess Elizabeth of Belgium and Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, who are transforming traditional monarchy into something far more relatable, inclusive, and forward-looking. But what makes Leonor's rise so exceptional is how seamlessly she combines historical reverence with modern sensibilities. Leonor's preparation for this moment has been long, calculated, and meticulous. From an early age, she was exposed to diplomatic life, royal protocol, and civic duty. But rather than being coddled, she was challenged. Her parents, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, ensured she would grow not just as a royal, but as a global citizen. She studied at the renowned UWC Atlantic College in Wales, a school that embraces diversity, critical thinking, and leadership through service. It was a strategic move that exposed her to different cultures, values, and global perspectives, exactly what's needed for a modern constitutional monarch. Fluent in Spanish, English, Catalan, and learning Arabic, Leonor represents the linguistic and cultural pluralism of modern Spain. She's not just a figurehead, she's a communicator, a unifier, and a bridge between tradition and progress. In a nation often divided by regional politics and cultural differences, Leonor stands out as a beacon of unity. Her ability to engage with all sectors of Spanish society is what sets her apart, not just as the heir, but as the hope for a stable and modern monarchy. Perhaps one of the most powerful undercurrents of this moment is its feminist resonance. Princess Leonor is poised to become Spain's first reigning queen in over 150 years. In a male-dominated historical lineage, her emergence is not just symbolic, it's revolutionary. Her pledge wasn't just to uphold Spain's democratic framework, but to lead as a woman in a world still grappling with gender equality. Her moment on that stage sent a thunderous message to young girls everywhere. Leadership knows no gender, only vision and dedication. And what of her parents? How did King Felipe and Queen Letizia react to this powerful rite of passage? Their pride was unmistakable. King Felipe, who made a similar pledge in 1986, looked on with admiration and emotion, recognizing the historical continuity playing out before him. Queen Letizia, ever the poised and thoughtful presence, watched as the daughter she nurtured into modern royalty became a national symbol. For them, this wasn't just a ceremonial formality, it was the culmination of nearly 2 decades of careful guidance, love, and preparation. The ceremony itself was breathtaking in its solemnity and style. The ancient Spanish crown and scepter stood on display, not for coronation, but for symbolism, reminding everyone that this moment wasn't about power, but about service. Leonor didn't need grand gestures or excessive pomp to make her mark. Her simple, sincere delivery of the oath spoke louder than any royal fanfare. It was humility dressed in honor. Purpose wrapped in tradition. She wasn't performing royalty, she was living it. Political leaders, even those typically distant from royal matters, offered widespread praise. In a polarized political climate, Leonor's commitment cut through the noise and reminded Spaniards that certain values, duty, unity, and service, transcend partisanship. She became a rare figure of national consensus, embodying a sense of calm and hope in uncertain times. For a monarchy that has weathered its share of challenges, this was a deeply needed moment of clarity. It's easy to underestimate the burden that now sits on Leonor's shoulders. Being queen-in-waiting in the 21st century is no fairy tale. It means living under constant scrutiny, representing a nation with deep-rooted complexities, and evolving an institution that must modernize without losing its soul. And yet, Leonor has shown that she not only understands this balance, she embraces it. She is poised to lead with both head and heart, intellect and empathy, tradition and progress. This step is not the end of her journey, it's just the beginning. Next comes military training, further academic study, and a deeper immersion into public service. Leonor is expected to spend time understanding Spain's different regions, working with civil society, and engaging with young people across the country. Each of these steps will shape her not only as a monarch but as a national figure of inspiration and resilience. Public reaction continues to swell. Leonor-themed memorabilia has sold out in stores. Her speech is being replayed across digital platforms. Social media is flooded with admiration, with hashtags like #QueenLeonor, #PrincessOfHope, and #SpainRises trending globally. Unlike the passive adoration of past royals, today's support is rooted in genuine respect. People admire her not just for her lineage, but for her humanity, her discipline, and her willingness to serve. This was a moment of transformation. A young woman stood before her nation, inherited the weight of a crown, and made it feel light with purpose. In that quiet courtroom, amid gold scepters and velvet thrones, Leonor became something more than a princess, she became a promise. A promise of strength. Of dignity. Of a brighter, more united Spain. So now we ask you, with her bold step into history, has Princess Leonor just redefined what it means to be a royal in the 21st century, and will her reign be the one that transforms the future of monarchy forever?